ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ವೆನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿತ್ತು. ಅದು ಮತ್ತು ಕೆನರಾ ಕಾಲೇಜಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಶಿಫ್ಟ್ ಆಯಿತು. ಕೆಲವರು ಆ ಟೈಮಿಗೆ ಕೂಡ SDMಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಿದ್ದರು. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ವೆನ್ಯೂ ಒಂದು ನೋಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಮತ್ತು ಕೆಲವು ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಮ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲ್ ಆಫೀಸ್ನಲ್ಲೇ ಉಂಟು, ಕೆನರಾ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಹತ್ರ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ನಾವು ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ.
ಮೂಲಂ ಧರ್ಮ, ಧರ್ಮಸ್ಯ ಮೂಲಂ ಅರ್ಥಃ, ಅರ್ಥೇ ಧರ್ಮ ಸಮಾಹಿತಃ, ಧರ್ಮೇ ಅರ್ಥಃ ಪ್ರತಿಷ್ಠಿತಃ. Righteousness is the foundation of the wealth, and wealth support righteousness. When both are aligned, society prospers.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Fatima Insha.
I, Shivani,
your host for the evening.
On behalf of the Mangalore Productivity Council, it gives me immense pleasure to extend a warm and gracious welcome to all our esteemed guests, dignitaries, professionals, and the members of the Council to today's insightful session titled Decoding the Union Budget 2026.
The 26-27 Union Budget is anchored in the vision of Viksit Bharat, focusing on three kartavyas: accelerating economic growth through resilience, fulfilling citizens' aspirations by building capacity, and ensuring inclusive development under Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas.
May I request kindly to pay attention as we formally commence the proceeding.
On behalf of the Mangalore Productivity Council, I now request respected speaker CASS Nayak and the chief guests Shri Manjunath B. Singhai and Dr. K. Rajesh Nayak to grace the dais.
I now request the President of Mangalore Productivity Council, Shri U. Ram Rao, and Secretary Dr. P.G. Mahesh to kindly grace the dais.
Today's program brings together thought, leadership, policy insights, and professional excellence, true to the vision of Mangalore Productivity Council in fostering informed economic discourse.
To seek the divine blessing for wisdom, clarity, and collective progress, I invite Mrs. Savita Ram Rao to lead us in the invocation prayer.
ಹೆಸರು ಸಾವಿತ್ರಿ ರಾವ್ ಅಂತ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸವಿತಾ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಹೇಳೋದು. ಇವತ್ತು ಶಿವನ ಒಂದು ಹಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕುಂಟು ನಾನು, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಈಗ ಶಿವನಿಗೊಂದು ಡೇ ಇವತ್ತಿಡೀ. ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆಯಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಶಂಭೋ ಮಹಾದೇವ ಶಂಕರ ಗಿರಿಜಾ ರಮಣ ಶಂಭೋ ಮಹಾದೇವ ಶಂಕರ ಗಿರಿಜಾ ರಮಣ ಶಂಭೋ ಪರಮದಯಾಕರ ಮೃಗಧರ ಹರ ಗಂಗಾಧರ ಧರಣಿ ಸುರಭೂಷಣ ತ್ಯಾಗರಾಜ ವರ ಹೃದಯ ನಿವೇಶ ಸುರವೃಂದ ಕಿರೀಟಮಣಿ ವರ ನಿರಾಜಿತಾ ಪದ ಪುರವಾಸ ಸುಂದರೇಶ ಗಿರೀಶ ಪರಾತ್ಪರ ಭವಹರ ಶಂಭೋ ಮಹಾದೇವ ಶಂಕರ ಗಿರಿಜಾ ರಮಣ ಶಂಭೋ ಶಿವ 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 ಎನ್ನಿರೋ ಶಿವ 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 ಎನ್ನಿರೋ ಮೂರ್ಜಗವೆಲ್ಲ ಶಿವ 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 ಎನ್ನಿರೋ ಶಿವ 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 ಎನ್ನಿರೋ ಆಗಮ ಸಿದ್ಧಾಂತ ಮೂಲದ ಜಪವಿದು ಶಿವ 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 ಎನ್ನಿರೋ ನಮ್ಮ ರೋಗದ ಮೂಲವ ಕೆಡಿಪ ಔಷಧವಿದು ಶಿವ 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 ಎನ್ನಿರೋ ಮೂರ್ಜಗವೆಲ್ಲ ಶಿವ 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 ಎನ್ನಿರೋ ಜವನ ಬಾಧೆಯ ನೀವು ಜಯಿಸಬೇಕಾದರೆ ಶಿವ 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 ಎನ್ನಿರೋ ನಿಜ ಉಪಮಿತರೋರ್ಮಿತರ್ ಅರಿಯಬೇಕಾದರೆ ಶಿವ 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 ಎನ್ನಿರೋ ಓ ಅಪರಾಧದ ಕೋಟಿ ಈ ಅಪರಾಧದ ಕೋಟಿ ತ್ಯಜಿಸಬೇಕಾದರೆ ಶಿವ 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 ಎನ್ನಿರೋ. ಸುವಿಮಲ ಮುಕ್ತಿಯ ಪಡೆಯಬೇಕಾದರೆ ಶಿವ 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 ಎನ್ನಿರೋ. ಪೃಥ್ವಿಗೆ ಸದ್ಗುರು ಆಗಬೇಕಾದರೆ ಶಿವ 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 ಎನ್ನಿರೋ. ತತ್ವಪತಿ ಕೇಶವನ ಪಡೆಯಬೇಕಾದರೆ ಶಿವ 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 ಎನ್ನಿರೋ. ಶಿವ 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 ಎನ್ನಿರೋ. ಓ ಶಿವ 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 ಎನ್ನಿರೋ.
Setting a serene and auspicious tone for the evening, I now invite Dr. P.G. Mahesh, Secretary, Mangalore Productivity Council, to deliver the welcome address and to introduce today's distinguished speaker and our esteemed chief guests.
Good evening. Respected Chief Guest Sri Manjunath B. Shingai, General Manager, Circle Head, Canara Bank, Mangalore Circle. Guest of Honor, Dr. Rajesh Nayak. Esteemed Speaker, CASS Nayak. Our Honorable President, Sri U. Ramarao. Distinguished dignitaries on the dais. Esteemed members of Mangalore Productivity Council. Invited guests, members of the banking fraternity, entrepreneurs, professionals, and ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Mangalore Productivity Council, it is my proud privilege and honor to extend a warm and respectful welcome to all of you to this significant and timely program, Decoding Union Budget 2026. Mangalore Productivity Council was established in 1960 and recognized by the National Productivity Council, New Delhi. Mangalore Productivity Council has consistently worked towards developing productivity awareness, economic understanding, and professional excellence in our region. Today's program reflects our continued commitment to disseminating knowledge on matters of national economic importance. The Union Budget is not merely a financial statement of the government, it is a policy document that shapes the direction of our economy, influences business decisions, impacts taxation structures, and determines growth opportunities for MSMEs, startups, banking institutions, and citizens at large. In this context, a clear and analytical understanding of the budget becomes essential. We are indeed fortunate to have with us a distinguished expert to guide us this evening. It is my great honor to introduce our esteemed speaker, CASS Nayak, Senior Partner of Mrs. SS Nayak and Associates, Bangalore and Mangalore, and a renowned MSME and startup mentor and business coach. Yes. Yes. So on behalf of Mangalore Productivity Council, I extend a hearty welcome to you, sir. We are equally privileged to have with us as our chief guest Sri Manjunath B. Shingai, General Manager and Circle Head, Canara Bank, Mangalore Circle. On behalf of all, I extend a delight to welcome to you, sir. We are also honored to have with us Dr. Rajesh Nayak, whose distinguished presence adds immense value to this program. I extend a warm welcome to you, sir. So, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, your gracious presence this evening reflects your commitment to understanding and contributing to the economic progress of our nation and region. I once again extend my heartfelt welcome to all of you and express our sincere gratitude for your participation. With these words, I warmly welcome our chief guest, our guest of honor, our esteemed speaker, our president, and all the distinguished attendants to August gathering. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, Dr. P.G. Mahesh, for that warm welcome and for eloquently introducing today's distinguished speaker and our esteemed guest. Lighting the lamp symbolizes dispelling of ignorance and elimination of knowledge. I request our honorable chief guest and dignitaries to kindly proceed with the ceremonial lighting of lamp.
The Union budget is not merely an annual financial statement, it is a roadmap that shapes economic priorities, business confidence, and national growth. It is now my privilege to invite CASS Nayak, an eminent chartered accountant.
Excellence deserves recognition. We shall now proceed with honoring of the achievers, acknowledging the individuals whose contributions has made the meaningful impact in their respective fields.
CASS Nayak is a senior partner at SS Nayak. Shri Manjunath B. Singhai is a general manager and circle head, Canara Bank, Mangalore. A seasoned banking professional with over 23 years of experience, he is known for his strategic leadership in commercial banking, credit risk management, and operations. He has successfully led major regions and branches, driving business growth, improving asset quality, and strengthening customer service. An alumnus of NIBM Pune, he also holds postgraduate qualification in management and advanced banking. Under his leadership, the organization has consistently achieved strong performance, operational efficiency, and sustainable growth. I now request CASS Nayak to honor Shri Manjunath B. Singhai.
Dr. K. Rajesh Nayak is a director of the training at the College of Banking and Financial Studies, Oman. With over 30 years of experience in banking and training, he has held a senior leadership role, including Chief Manager at National Bank of Oman and Head of Training and Development. A rank holder and gold medalist, he holds multiple graduates and doctorate qualification, including a doctorate in business administration. He has received advanced professional certificate from international institutions in areas such as credit, risk, investment, and behavioral assessment. An acclaimed trainer, speaker, and author, he has also addressed the global formals and trained banking professionals across several countries, contributing significantly to leadership development and capacity building in the financial sector. Now I request CASS Naik sir to honor. I now request PJ Mahesh to honor Dr. K. Rajesh Naik. He holds degree in BSc, MA in Economics, Law, and CAIIB. He has rendered 39 years of dedicated service to Vijaya Bank across 6 states, including 14 years as a branch head, retiring from bank's largest branch at Connaught Place, New Delhi. Beyond banking, he is an eminent writer who has authored 6 books, written over 400 articles, and also translated Rabindranath Tagore's Gitanjali into Kannada. He has also been an active speaker and a media contributor through Akashvani and Doordarshan. In recognition of his outstanding service to banking, literature, and society, he has been honored with the several prestigious awards, including the Aryabhatta's International Award and the Karnataka's Dakshina Kannada District's Rajyotsava Award. In recognition of his exemplary contribution, may I request everyone to please join your hands as we honor Sri Sachidanand Shetty.
CASS Nayak is a senior partner at SS Nayak and Associates Mangalore with over 30 years of rich professional experience in taxation, finance, and MSME advisory. He is a founder of expert coaching classes and is a well-known corporate, economic and financial advisor. He has authored 4 books and has recently begun publishing articles in the economic and financial matters in Suddhi Money. He also has delivered lectures across India and several countries abroad. In recognition of his expertise, the ICAI New Delhi has appointed him as a national level master trainer for MSME consultants. In appreciation of his excellence in budget presentation, the Mangalore Productivity Council has honored him with the title Nani Palkiwala of Mangalore. A former chairman of Mangalore branch of ICI, he has received several prestigious honors, including MSME Lifetime Achievement Award for his outstanding service to the profession and society. I now request you all to please join your hands in honoring CASS Nayak for his outstanding contribution to the profession and society.
Business tonic. ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಟಾನಿಕ್ನ 350 ಸಂಚಿಕೆಗಳ ಸರದಾರ, ಹೆಮ್ಮೆಯ ಕರಾವಳಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಮಂದಾರ, ಎಸ್ ನಾಯಕ್ ಅಸೋಸಿಯೇಟ್ಸ್ನ ಗುರಿಕಾರ, ಎಂಎಸ್ಎಂಇ ಮತ್ತು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಪ್ ಮೆಂಟರ್ನ ಹರಿಕಾರ, ನಿಮಗಿದ್ದು MPCಯ ಸತ್ಕಾರ.
Guest Shri Manjunath B. Singhai, General Manager and Circle Head, Canara Bank, Mangalore, a distinguished personality known for his experience, leadership and valuable contribution to the society. We are honored to invite him to share his valuable thoughts and address the gathering. Over to you, sir.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ, ವಂದನೆಗಳು. Today's distinguished speakers, Sri S.S. Nayak and other speakers, residents of Mangalore city. On behalf of Canara Bank, I welcome you all for this decoding of the budget. When sir came to me last week that he wants to do like this, so it was a honor and opportunity for us to partner with Sri S.S. Nayak sir for this beautiful session. I hope this session will be useful and productive to all of us. Sir ಹೇಳಿದ ಹಾಗೆ ಈ ಬಜೆಟ್ ಆಲ್ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ದ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಲಾಂಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆರ್ ಶಾರ್ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಬಜೆಟ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ 8 to 9 ಬಜೆಟ್ಸ್ presented by our Honorable Finance Minister. So almost it was 4 hours. So now it is a challenge for sir to make it concise and to the point within a hour or 1.5 hours. So it is a difficult job, but I am confident that sir will definitely do justice to the budget for decoding it. What I want to say is that ಈಗ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಎಲ್ಲ other political parties, they will have their own opinion about the budget. Every state minister will have their own, or state chief minister will have their own feedback about the budget. So now we have our S.S. Nayak sir, who will do it unbiased, and he will give his unbiased opinion about the budget. So if you see the budget, I will not take much time, sir will tell in detail, but I have some points which I have noted down. So I will just tell you that union budget has attempted to achieve a fine balance between the growth and physical consolidation. So there are some announcements made in the budget which are important. I thought I'll tell in this forum. One is the spending on infrastructure and public capex has increased, and the hike in public capex comes to 9% and 1 lakh crore in absolute terms. So there is a push for the improvement of the infrastructure in the public. One more important aspect which they have mentioned in the budget is with regard to energy, that is green energy. So definitely there is a lot of allocation done for the green energy, like carbon capture utilization scheme and other sectors. So this will impact the cement, steel, power, refinery and chemical industries in per se. Then one more important aspect which was been spoken about in the budget is urbanization, focus on tier 2 and tier 3 cities as temple towns. So this is very relevant for our city. So as you know, we have a lot of temples here. So there is definitely a lot of allocation in this budget also. So the important sectors which are going to get impacted in a positive way is logistics, housing, data center will also be there. So data center, I just want to add here is now Bangalore, they are talking about being the data center hub in the future. A lot of investments are coming, a lot of IT companies are coming. So there is a tax holiday for the data centers. So definitely this is one sector which Bangalore city can definitely look forward, and it will benefit from this. Then one more thing, important thing they have spoken about is ease of doing business. That is very much important in the days to come, because most of you are businessmen and we are also dealing with a lot of businessmen. So we feel there is a lot of challenges, practical challenges and operational challenges in the field. So the budget speaks about ease of doing business. These measures will go a long way in promoting business-friendly climate, which in turn helps attract foreign direct investments. So when I was understanding the budget and I was going through one of the news article or news channel, so somebody referred a very interesting point. I thought I will make it today. So the speaker was talking about like we have Digi Yatra in airport. So now going into the airport, the Digi Yatra is very seamless and we can just straight away pass through the check-in and pass through the security counters. So now like that, the speaker was speaking about the Digi Yatra kind of a thing for doing the business or getting the licenses, single window aspect. So that was the thought process which the speaker was speaking. So definitely we can look at that also. Then one more important allocation was done was the manufacturing sector. These sectors will complement our Make in India, boost manufacturing competitiveness and augment exports for manufactured goods. So these are all the sectors which can benefit from this allocation is small and medium enterprises, semiconductor, electronic goods, textiles, leather, mining and construction equipments. So there is definitely a lot of allocation in this also. Then one more important announcement was that the MSME sector focus measures. So dedicated 10,000 crores for SME growth fund has been earmarked in this budget. Then top up for self-reliant India fund of 2,000 crores has been earmarked in this budget. Corporate mitras for tier 2 and tier cities to support MSMEs. Then mandate trades as a settlement platform for all MSME purchases. So trades is a good platform for doing the business to business transactions. So trades platform also now they are going to give a push in this. So definitely MSME growth requires these kind of measures in Bangalore city to improve the MSME productivity, and that will definitely help in improving more employment generation also. Then coming to the service sectors, clubbing of services under single category of information technology service with a common safe harbor of margin of 15.5%. So definitely this will also go a long way in improving the IT services. Then there is also some mention about agriculture and farm income. So definitely if the country wants to achieve or cross the GDP of US, we have to improve our contribution in agriculture. So dedicated program for horticulture and animal husbandry has been spoken about. dedicated program for Indian cashew and coca fisheries and sandalwood and fisheries segment also has been spoken up in this budget, which is relevant for the Mangalore city. Then there are dedicated corridors also have been spoken about in the budget. So overall, the perspective from the our banker side, I would say, as a borrowing program, we would be high, MSME sector will benefit from the incentive announced, including trade packages, linkage with GEM portal, and measures to improve cash flow position. One more, steel, cement, thermal power, refineries, etc. will also be benefiting from this budget. The incentives by way of duty reduction on inputs for lithium-ion batteries and nuclear reactors are also beneficial for electric vehicles, which are the norm in today's norm. Then outbound travel for education, tourist and medical purposes to increase because there is some more tax there. So hike in capex outlay will boost the overall economic growth. However, private capex has to catch up. So this is the brief analysis from our side with regard to the budget. So from Canara Bank, I thank you for attending this meeting, and I request all of you, I think it will be beneficial for all, including me, to understand the budget, and it will help on improving our productivity. So I thank all of you, sir for inviting me and giving us, Canara Bank, an opportunity to be partner in this, and we look forward to your support in the days to come for Canara Bank. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring and insightful words.
It is now my privilege to invite CA SS Nayak, an eminent chartered accountant and respected speaker, to present an in-depth analysis of the Union Budget 2026. Please put your hands together and welcome CA SS Nayak.
Respected dignitaries of today's program and all MPC members and distinguished audience. First of all, let me thank you for taking out your time in spite of hundreds of functions all over in and around Mangalore. In spite of that, you have come means you are really interested in Union Budget, what it is. This time, especially, the Union Budget, many people told me and asked me, nothing is there in the budget. Because they have not understood in depth. Even finance minister, ನಾವು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ ಏನಂದರೆ ಹುಡುಗಿ ನೋಡೋ ಮುಂಚೆ ಫೋಟೋ ಕೊಡಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ಈ ಸಾರಿ ಬಜೆಟಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, ಹುಡುಗಿ ಚೆಂದ ಇದ್ದಾಳೆ, ಫೋಟೋ ಚೆಂದ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅಂದರೆ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ವಾಸ್ ಮಿಸ್ಸಿಂಗ್. Presentation was missing because there, what are all new schemes added? Only those schemes have been announced. Whatever existing schemes and incentives continued, they have not mentioned about it. That's why there was a missing link. So people are under the impression that in this budget nothing is there. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಎಣಿಸಿದ್ರೇನೆಂದರೆ ಪಂಚರಾಜ್ಯ ಚುನಾವಣೆಗೆ ಪಂಚ ಕಜ್ಜಾಯ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಯಾವುದೇ ಪಂಚಕಜ್ಜಾಯ ಸಿಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಪಂಚರಾಜ್ಯ ಚುನಾವಣೆಗೆ. One thing we should applaud the effort of this NDA government for the last 11 years, ಪಂಚರಾಜ್ಯದ ಪಂಚಕಜ್ಜಾಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. For the last 11 years we are seeing there is no link between election and budget. We should agree. See, normally what happens is, ruling party, when budget is presented, they always welcome. ಮೇಜು ಕುಟ್ಟಿ ಸ್ವಾಗತ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Opposition party, irrespective of the merits of the budget, they always oppose and they state that nothing is there in the budget. We may recall, prior to 2017, there used to be two budgets. First day, economic survey, next day, railway budget, then union budget. They used to present two budgets, for railway separate and general budget separate. Since 2017, this system has been done away. Now, only one budget, one nation, one tax, one nation, one budget. Okay, that is the system. So why this budget is to be presented every year? As per Constitution of India, Article 112, we are mandated, every central, state and local government, they are mandated to present annual budget, and it should be approved. But in case of finance bill, we say, finance bill need not be approved by two houses of the parliament. They may table in two houses of the parliament for discussion, but this budget is approved only in Lok Sabha. That is, Lok Sabha's assent is enough to make finance bill into act. Of course, President's assent is required. So, with this small note, I would just like to continue this. Prior to the budget, every year, there is a system of presenting economic survey. Yesterday, I was in St. Aloysius Economics Department. There I asked the students, what is economic survey? People don't have any clue. Then I told very simple, economic survey is like a starter. Then budget is the main course. Economic survey is nothing but report card of the government, what they did during the last 1 year, that is current year. Budgeted vis-a-vis actual. So, and which direction the country is moving, and which is the fiscal path in which we are moving, and various government policies and announcements, and what are the aftermath effect of the previous budget, whether really it impacted the lives of the people. So this, and economic survey is always prepared by Chief Economic Advisor, and now V. Ananta Nageshwaran, he is the Chief Economic Advisor, Government of India. It is prepared by Chief Economic Advisor and his team, but it will be presented by the Finance Minister in Parliament. Now this year's one beautiful quote has been mentioned, because the problem with people is we always want short-term gain rather than long-term gain. During COVID, the popular tagline was short-term pain, long-term gain. But this budget popular tagline, we can change it. Long-term gain without short-term pain. No extra taxes have been levied. No burden of additional taxes. Additional zero tax budget. And prior to the budget itself, GST 2.0, transformation, nobody expected so much benefits they have given. That is on 22nd September 2025, before Navratri. So that the economic activity started boosting, because during Navratri and Deepavali, lot of companies, they give bonus. And instead of saving-based economy, we are shifting towards consumption-based economy. That is the motto of the government. So, in last budget, 2025, individuals and HUF up to 12 lakhs, the limit of 7 lakhs, suddenly 5 lakhs increase has been given for the basic exemption limit. So, that is also path-breaking. 2 initiatives have been taken by the government for which we should applaud. You should also applaud now. Okay. So then people may say, before main course, if you have side dishes too much, then we will tell you can't eat the main course. Nothing is there, you will tell. So now there is no political vendetta and budget announcement. That we should know. And normally budget is nothing but income and expenditure, receipt and payment of a particular year. Nothing great, but it contains lot of policy initiatives of the government also. In this economic survey, what Anantana, it is 732 pages economic survey. All of us should know about it, but I don't want to cover 732 pages, but just what he told, it is a beautiful in Kathopanishad, because this, if I read as it is, nobody will understand, but I can cut into pieces and make it a beautiful quote from, it is Yama's message in Kathopanishad. What Yama says, Shreyascha preyascha manuscha metasthav sampariritya vivinakti dhiraha Shreyo hi dhirobhi shreyaso vranite preyo mando egakshemat vranite. The meaning is Shreyascha preyascha. Shreyascha means what? That is for enduring good. For enduring good. And preya means fleeting comfort. You are caught between two things. One is enduring good versus fleeting comfort. Normally what happens? The mature mind chooses Shreya. Mature people, they choose Shreya. That is enduring good. Enduring good will not happen immediately. It will take time. It will be the successive effort. For any success, we should build any empire brick by brick. Suddenly it cannot be built. It takes time. Whereas, immature mind settles for prayer. That means temporary benefits. Okay? In other words, the country stands to gain immensely when all of us embrace delayed gratification. Everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody wants to die. That is the issue. Okay? How beautifully, because this, I really appreciate the way in which it is put. Now, let us quickly say this. How a king should collect taxes. How a king should collect taxes. See, taxes should be collected like honey bee collects nectars from the flowers. Flower will not get damaged. There will be pollination, then we will get fruits. We will bear the fruits. At the same time, it will be full of honeycomb, will be full of honey. That means, that is the system you should do. Yatha madhu samadatte rakshan pushpani shatpadaha tadvadarthan manushyebhyaha adadyadavi himsaya. That means without damaging the flower, nectar is collected from honey bee. Both honey bee will be benefited as well as flower. So taxes should be collected in such a way. Businesses should also prosper. And government should be also with the full of kitty. Okay? Then, what is union budget? It is financial statement presented by Government of India, state government, local government, everywhere. Here, union budget is government of India. It is the estimation of revenue and expenditure for next year. That is 26, 27. It contains finance bill. Finance bill includes tax proposals. Okay? Because the main income for the government is collection of taxes. Whatever shortfall is there, other capital receipts are there, disinvestment is there. Now 80,000 crores has been earmarked for disinvestment. In the previous 4-5 budgets also they have given the target, but they could not achieve because of various reasons. And RBI dividend, also one of the main source for the government, nearly 3.16 lakh crore RBI dividend also there. Of course, our Canara Bank also making profit, they also give dividend to the government. Like that public sector banks, they are also making profit and giving the dividend. It is mandated under Article 112, and all receipts will go to Consolidated Fund of India. Expenditure also will be made from Consolidated Fund of India. And it reflects government economic and policy priorities. Earlier this was missing. Now, rather than this income and expenditure, budget math, we call it budget math. Rather than budget math, lot of policies and whatever that economic priorities, they have been announced in various budget. What is the budget objective? Stimulate economic growth. Naturally, everybody wants to growth. When you work in an organization, every year you expect salary hike. Correct, no? Recently you did strike for 5-day week for all the weeks. That is a different issue. But normally it is for increase of salary. Here also growth. Everybody wants growth. Strengthen physical and digital infrastructure. Maintain fiscal discipline. Fiscal discipline is the most crucial thing for any country's well-being. Now Sri Lanka, Pakistan, Bangladesh, you see many countries, they've gone to dogs because of lack of fiscal discipline. Here, during 2021 budget, our FM told, because of COVID, immediately after the COVID, entire world they were suffering. That time one beautiful quote has been said in the budget. Rabindranath Tagore's quote. Faith is the bird which feels light when the dawn is still dark. What a beautiful thing. Faith is the bird which feels light when the dawn is still dark. There was darkness across the globe, but still faith and hope. Birds whisper in the morning before sunrise. In the dawn itself they start whispering because they know that after some time there will be sunrise. That is called faith. Even the faith is the bird which feels light when the dawn is still dark. What a beautiful thing. That time fiscal deficit was as high as alarming 9+% of GDP. 9+ means it is not good. Very bad. That time itself in that budget and next budget, they have put the target to themselves. Within next 5 years, it should be halved. Now you see, this year budget, 4.5% was the projected last year, revised estimate 4.4%, and next year it is only 4.3% of the GDP in spite of geopolitical issues and turmoil across the globe. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳುವುದು ನಾವು ಜಗವೆಲ್ಲ ಮಲಗಿರಲು ಅವನೊಬ್ಬ ಎದ್ದ ಅವನೇ ಭಾರತವೆಂಬ ದೇಶ ಪ್ರಬುದ್ಧ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. So that we should always. Now GDP. See, GDP estimated last year it was less. In last quarter and all it is excellent. 8+%. Now they have revised growth to 7.4% in 25-26 and 27 6.8 to 7.2% because of they have boosted consumption. Okay? Next, revenue receipts, they also increased 9.2% of the GDP FY25, and now it has income tax filers, you see. Earlier how many people, now income tax limit has been increased, enhanced. You need not have to file the return when if you are below the taxable, but of course subject to rebate. Now, in spite of that, raising the income tax limit, 6.9 crore in FY22, now within 3 years it's jumped to 9.2, around 50% increase in income tax filers. GST Collections also reached April to within 9 months 17.4%. Capex has also touched 4% of GDP, reducing debt to GDP ratio. That also 0.5% over the last year's GDP ratio, it has been reduced. Okay. Then banking sector, our Manjunath is here. So they are also striving hard. Minimum NPA and maximum quality advances. Now, NPA, gross NPA, as low as 2.2%. In 2014, it was as high as 10 to 14%. Many banks were under PCA, prompt corrective action. What was the action those days? Inaction was the action. Now, because of lot of initiatives, IBC, Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code, securitization, lot of initiatives of the government, that gross NPA has been bare minimum 2.2% of advances, then NPA net 0.5, less than 1%. So credit growth is 14.5%. It is supporting economic activity. Any nation's financial stability is gauged by its robust banking system. Without collateral up to 10 crore, MSMEs can borrow. Startups can borrow up to 20 crores. Whether bankers give or not, it is different issue. Okay, they give based on the parameters. When scheme is there, they will give, but there are parameters. Based on that, they give. And 55 crore Jan Dhan accounts. Because this is reached the unreached. The purpose of nationalization is to reach the unreached. But in between, it was reaching the reached. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಯಾರೋ ಅಂದರು ಮಾರ್ಮಿಕವಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಂತೆ, ನ್ಯಾಷನಲೈಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಮಾಡಿಯೂ ಮಾರ ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಆಗಿದೆ ಮಾರ, ಎಲ್ಲ ದೊಡ್ಡ ದೊಡ್ಡವರಿಗೆ ಸಲ, ಈಗಲ್ಲ ಮುಂಚೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದರು, ಈಗ ಮುದ್ರವೇ 55 ಕೋಟಿ ಜನರಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಿ ನೀವು. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಬ್ಬರು ಹೇಳಿದಂತೆ, ಮಾವನ ಮಗಳನ್ನೇ ಮದುವೆಯಾಗಬೇಕೆಂದು ನಿಶ್ಚಯಿಸಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಊರಿನ ಹುಡುಗಿಯರನ್ನು ನೋಡುವುದು ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಟು ಮೇಕ್ the banks to reach the unreached. That was not achieved, but now it is achieved. 25 crore plus people, they are out of multi-dimensional poverty. I am not here to tell your statistics, that percentage, that everybody you have read in newspaper and everything. Okay, we should understand the concept. We should understand the intent rather than the content. Intent of the budget. Next, India's global merchandise export, it rose to 1.8%, less because of export competitiveness. It depends on lot of factors. First of all, logistics cost. China is manufacturing hub, manufacturing factory of the world. Why? Communist government. They see that whatever they announce, it is implemented. Here, democracy, then opposition, then double engine, triple engine, sarkar hai to theek hai. Engine alag hai to that is also difficult. Because of those reasons, so in spite of that, logistic cost in the recent times, it was as high as 13-14%. And ideal logistics cost is 7 to 8%. But India, they have succeeded in reducing less than double digit, 9.5%. Days are not far, we will be competitive. That is because of Gati Shakti. 111 lakh crore over a period of time invested in infra. That is the beauty of this. Next, our foreign exchange reserve, because we say that rupee is weak, dollar is strong. Dollar kitna kam hai to chapta hi rehta hai. No reserves, nothing. Go on printing. Indian system is not like that. American system is such, They are heavily burdened with the debt. Very dangerous situation. Everybody lives there with the credit card. Even government is also lives with other countries' money. So much debt to GDP there, this is more than 250%. Ours overall debt is 80% plus something, but here it is 55%. We are much under control. Fiscal discipline means that is the fiscal discipline. Inflation, record low over the last 20 years. Nobody can imagine. Is it not applaudable? Yes. Lowest inflation over the last 20 years. And food and fuel prices also, they are stable or less. Now they are going to change that inflation basket and base year also. See, from time to time they are doing lot of innovative things we should appreciate. And food grain production, we are self-sufficient in our food production in spite of 145 crore population. Then lot of initiatives have been taken. Let me quickly go through this. The movement is discipline Swadeshi, that is make in India, Atmanirbhar Bharat, vocal for local, local to global. To say it is easy in defense. Recently, because of Operation Sindoor, we came to know that the strength of our nation, most of the things, defense items, they were manufactured indigenously by our startups. Really, we should feel proud that we are Indians, but still we say that nothing is there. And our own people, they are again. See, when it comes to nation, always we should have nation first policy. No question of ruling party and opposition party. Okay? Next, budget, math in simple. 25-26, it is revised now. Last year budget estimate was 50.65 lakh crore. That has been reduced by 1 lakh crore. 49.65. They could not spend so much because of various reasons. Fiscal deficit, instead of 4.50, now revised estimation is 4.4. Then debt to GDP ratio 56.1%. This year it has been reduced to 55.6, 0.5% reduction, not increased. Okay. So this year's budget total outlay is 53.47 lakh crore. Revenue, last year 33, this year 35. Everything is increased except fiscal deficit ratio has been reduced. Kartavyas, our MC has beautifully mentioned about what are the Kartavyas. In Kartavya Patha, Kartavya Bhavan, this budget is presented. What are all the duties of the government? Accelerate and sustain economic growth. India is the fastest growing economy in the world. Recently we have overtaken Japan. In 2014 we were fragile 5. Now we are the 4th largest economy in the world. Days are not far. We will overtake Germany also. And we will become 3rd largest economy in the world. To become 2nd difficult because China is very, very, very competitive. Okay. Then fulfill aspirations of our people. See, any government, whatever initiatives if they take up, unless aspirations of the peoples are not met, what is the use? Paropakari manege mari adre prayojana illalla. Manege kuda alva. So there should be ಹುಲ್ಲಾಗು ಬೆಟ್ಟದಡಿ ಮನೆಗೆ ಮಲ್ಲಿಗೆಯಾಗು ಕಲ್ಲಾಗು ಕಷ್ಟಗಳ ಮಳೆಯ ವಿಧಿ ಸುರಿಯೇ ಬೆಲ್ಲ ಸಕ್ಕರೆಯಾಗು ದೀನ ದುರ್ಬಲರಿಂಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೊಳಗೊಂದಾಗು ಮಂಕುತಿಮ್ಮ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ aspirations of the people should be met. How? You should build people's capacity, building capacity. So that is more important. Then vision of सबका साथ सबका विकास, उसके लिए सबका विश्वास भी चाहिए, सबका प्रयास भी चाहिए. Next, reform express. We are making reform in express, not slow. See, 350 reforms have been rolled out since August 2025. GST simplification you have seen. Transformation in GST 2.0. They have made only two rates now, 5% and 18%, except for some sin goods at 40%. Rates are normally only two rates. Many of the goods at 28% reduced to 18%. Many of the goods and services from 12% they have reduced to 5%. If you go and eat in a restaurant, tax rate is only 5%. Earlier, on service tax, in big hotel, AC separate, non-AC separate, all nonsenses were there. Now no nonsense. Okay. Then, simplification, new labor code, 29 laws, labor laws. They have been Mr. Patel and Mr. Anwar. This, you are all industrialists. 29 labor codes, they have reduced to only 4 labor codes. Very easy to comply now. Then, 6 strategic areas, that is 6 pillars of this budget. Last year there were 4 pillars in the budget: poor, women, farmer and youth. Correct? No, last budget, 4 pillars. Now those 4 pillars are already installed. Now in addition to that, now 6 pillars. Addition. What are these 6 pillars? Manufacturing. We want to make manufacturing hub. Now you know, mother of all deals, with the 27 European countries, with the 200 billion. What a beautiful thing. It has been signed. Since 27 years we are waiting. Now we have signed the deal. Mother of all deals. And yesterday, daddy of all deals. That also we have signed. Trump. Okay, now all deals have been signed now. Now it is time that all of you, your children, your kith and kins, your siblings, they should put lot of units now. Atmanirbhar. You make them to sit here in India only. India, there are host of opportunities. Don't miss these opportunities. Next, MSMEs. Legacy clusters. Now industrial clusters are there. They are improving now. 200 industrial clusters everywhere. They were reviving. Then MSMEs. MSMEs are backbone of our country. Agriculture and MSME, they are like 2 eyes of one body, our economy. Agriculture GDP contribution is nearly 18%. MSME GDP contribution is 30%. 45% of the export is from MSMEs. More than 32 crore jobs have been created by MSMEs. Mudra loans, 55 crore plus. Mudra loans have been given. That means they are doing something. All these are the transformation. Then infrastructure. See, last year 11.2 lakh crore. See, PPT is just to show you. What I say, as per that, PPT will be played. Don't worry. There is a saying, power corrupts politician, PowerPoint corrupts trainer. Okay. Now, here, in infrastructure, you know now from Mangalore to Udupi, how it was road, now how it is. Mangalore, they made smart city. Any place to any place, you can reach within 15-20 minutes. Of course, then Vande Bharat. How many of you have not travelled by Vande Bharat? See, railway, so much they have developed and lot of developments. It's got state coordination. Now Konkan Railway doubling. Our MP should talk about Konkan Railway doubling, Bangalore railway line doubling rather than Kambala and all. So that is my wish. Kambala they have to do, but this is more important. Development of our Karavali, that is more important. Then energy security, one nation, one tax, one nation, one grid. From the grid, all deficit states subject to payment, of course. Energy security will be there. Then city economic regions. Now what happens? More than 30 to 35% of the Indian population, they live in city and urban areas. There are a lot of issues, waste management issues, housing issues, and commuting issues. For that metro they have laid, lot of initiatives they have taken, and this budget they have given thrust for urban challenge fund also. That also they have introduced. Okay, next. Labor code I have discussed. 6 pillars over. Next. Fiscal deficit over. No your budget. Fiscal deficit I have told in 21-22 it was 6.9%. Now it is 4.3%. Next. Deficit trends. India's GDP. In spite of all geopolitical issues, still we are registering GDP of 7.4%. Okay. Inflation, it is the lowest. Still they have projected on higher side next year. But if they project more and achieve better, it is always good. Then capex, as I told, 12.22 lakh crore. See, one thing I want to mention. What is the difference between expenditure on revenue, that is revenue expenditure, and capex? Revenue expenditure, whatever money spent is gone. Payment of salary, whatever day to day this. Maintenance mode. Capex means if you spend money on capex, you will have 3x, 4x, 5x, 10x benefits. That is the beauty of the capex. If one road is laid, there is a demand for cement, there is a demand for steel, there is a demand for jelly, there is a demand for labor, then lot of machineries will also, capital goods manufacture also will prosper. Peripheral sectors, all they prosper. That is the beauty of capex. In TV5, in the same day evening, one person told, ಸಾಲ ತುಂಬ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಏನು ಸರಕಾರ ಇದು, ಏನು ಪ್ರಯೋಜನ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಯಾವ ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಸ್ವಾಮಿ? ಅವರು ನಾನು ವಿರೋಧ ಪಕ್ಷ ಹೇಳಿದರು, ಬೇಡ ಪಕ್ಷದ ಹೆಸರು ಬೇಡ, ವಿರೋಧ ಪಕ್ಷ ಹೇಳಿದರು. ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ನೀವು ಬಜೆಟ್ ಇದು ವಿಷಯ ಸರಿ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳದೆ ನೀವು ಮಾತಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. ಕೆಪೆಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಆಗೋದ್ರೆ? ಕೆಪೆಕ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ರೆವೆನ್ಯೂ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಸಾಲ ಮಾಡಿ ತುಪ್ಪ ತಿನ್ನೋದು. ತುಪ್ಪ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ನೀವು ಸಾಲ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ರೆವೆನ್ಯೂ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರ್. ಸಾಲ ಮಾಡಿ ದನ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಅದು ಕೆಪೆಕ್ಸ್. ದನ ಕರು ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಕರು ಹಾಕಿ ಪುನಃ ಸುಮಾರು ದನ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಹಾಲು ಕೊಡ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕೆಪೆಕ್ಸ್. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಕೆಪೆಕ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರೆವೆನ್ಯೂ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರ್. ಸೋ ಮಚ್. ಈಗ ದನ ಇದ್ದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹುಡುಗಿ ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಬೇರೆ ವಿಷಯ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಬಜೆಟ್ ಸೈಜ್. ಔಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ 53.47 crore, 22.9% is earmarked for capex. So if you take borrowing, invest in capex, capex will result in generating revenue. Otherwise, if you just go on giving schemes, guarantee scheme, and just freebies, what is the use? People become lazy. We will not get workers. Whether you will get workers here? Very difficult. Next. Direct tax collection, robust. Every year it is increasing. In spite of reduction in tax rate, in spite of increasing the basic exemption limit, still there is a growth. Last year, 8.82% growth over the previous year. Next year also we are projecting 28.67 lakh crore tax collection. Okay? Here, one beauty is corporate tax, they have overtaken, personal tax, they have overtaken corporate tax. They say, corporate tax, why you are putting less? Because we should be competitive when compared to the global. Personal tax, of course, higher the income, more the tax rate. So here, all the years you see, personal taxation is more than corporate tax. When our per capita income increases, when more money is put in the hands of the people, again this personal taxation will increase. That is the beauty. Next, GST collection in 2024 April, it is a record collection of 2.10 lakh crore. And in this Jan month, 1.93 lakh crore year on year when compared to last January, there is an increase of 6.2%. See, top economies in the world, their GDP, actually we are very far. In spite of that, we are struggling very hard. Forex reserve, $723 billion. It is enough to take care of 11 months imports. Okay. Of course, US is the largest and high income. China is second. Germany stable and slow growth. India fastest growing and rising resource. Japan huge debts, slow growth, and people are aging there. Okay. So, custom duty also there is a increase. This year lot of benefits have been given. Still it is also increasing. Unemployment rate, it has been reduced to 4.8%, nearly 50% over the last year. Agriculture growth is also very stable, now 4%. Next year, ambitious 7% budget has been given. Because of lot of initiatives they are taking up. Services sector, India is champion in services sector. Now, 26-27, the growth rate is 9.1% estimated. So, days are not far. We will touch double digit. Target is global services. We want to have 10% share over a period of time. Then, gross national debt, as already I told, debt is increased, but debt is increased because of two reasons. We have to pay nearly 20% of the budget receipts. It will go to payment of interest because of so many loans taken earlier. Now also they are taking, but if it is for capex, there is no problem. How this budget money comes? See, borrowing is 24%, non-tax revenue 10%, that I told you, RBI dividend or disinvestment, these are all non-tax revenues. Then GST and other taxes 15%, lion's share is 21%, income tax, excise duty union small, customs small, corporate taxes 18%. So tax collection have big share. Next, where rupee goes? See here, 20% goes for interest payment. Is a matter of concern. And because of our neighborhood countries, some kirik, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and some countries, they are hitashatrus. China is hitashatru. They are not enemies. Acting like a friend and enemy. So, here, that's why we have increased the defense budget. But here, even though defense budget is increased, lot of indigenous manufacturing is happening. Lot of exports are also happening to other countries. Then subsidies, that has been reduced 6%. Central sector scheme 17%. Other expenditure, civilian pension, all these things 7 plus 2. State share of taxes. Now devolution to state as per the 16th Finance Commission. As per that only they have devolution to state 1.41 lakh crore, I think, to states. Then finance commission and other transfers, 7%, centrally sponsored schemes. This taxation overview. Now, new Income Tax Act will be implemented from 1st April 2026. Earlier 800 plus sections, now it is reduced to 536. Many chapters have been merged and reorganized. Many confusions have been reduced. Shift towards digital and faceless. Already that is there, even faceless assessment, faceless appeal also there. To avoid unnecessarily some corruption especially. Then, now earlier assessment year and previous year, that confusion was there. Now only 1 year, tax year. Like financial year, tax year. No confusion of assessment year, previous year, definition, all these things. Okay. Next. TCS rate in budget. See, you know the difference between TCS and TDS. TDS means when you make payment, we should withhold some tax and remaining money should be paid. For example, employer pays salary to employee. Suppose our general manager Manjunath, total emoluments is 50 lakhs per annum. Okay. First they will calculate on 50 lakhs, what is the tax. And monthly, that tax amount will be deducted and remaining money is given as salary. Otherwise, if entire money is given, then tomorrow I have spent this money, what to do means. So normally, TDS they make while making payment. It is withholding tax. TCS means it is collecting taxes. For example, if you buy a car, 10 lakhs car or 25 lakhs car, 1%, 25,000 to the car cost they will again add in the quotation. TCS ಗೆ ಅವರು ಲೋನ್ ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿನವರು. On road price matra. That amount will be collected and remitted to the government with our PAN. It is like an advance tax. It will reflect in 26 AS. That is the system. Okay? That is the TCS. They will collect. Here, all TCS rates for certain things have been increased or reduced. Now, alcoholic liquor, 1% they have increased to 2%. Tendu leaves 5% to 2%. Sale of scrap 1% to 2%. And overseas tour package, many people may be aware, this overseas tour package, what they used to do, up till 10 lakhs it was 5%, and above 10 lakhs it was 20% they used to collect. ಈಗ ನಿಮ್ಮದು ಟೂರ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ 5 ಲಕ್ಷ ಆದರೆ 20% ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇದು 10 ಲಕ್ಷದ ಮೇಲಾದರೆ ಒಂದು ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಹೋಗೋದಾದರೆ, ಸೊ ನಿಮಗೆ 20% ಟಿ ಡಿ ಎಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಸ್ ಟೂ ಮಚ್. 10 lakhs ಆದರೆ 2 lakhs ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್. ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟೆಡ್ ದೆನ್ ರಿಫಂಡ್, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ವೆರಿ ಹೀಗೆ ಊಟ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗೆ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬಿನ್ ರಿಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಟು 2%. ಅಂಡರ್ LRS, ಲಿಬರಲೈಸ್ ರೆಮಿಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಕೀಮ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ ರೆಮಿಟೆನ್ಸ್, up to 10 lakh it is nil earlier. 20 lakhs and above, 20% and above, 20% above rupees 10 lakhs. Now that has been made 5%. And if people take education loan for their studies and if they remit, there is no TDS. Okay. Direct tax proposals. Now same rates of taxes have been continued. No change. Status quo is maintained. And yesterday, Reserve Bank of India has come out with the monetary policy. In that they have taken neutral stance. Of course, over last 1 year, 1.25% repo rate has been reduced. So lending rates have also been reduced. It will be beneficial to people. Somebody asked one question, what is the benefit for middle class? Middle class, this is the benefit. Okay, EMI got reduced. They can afford more housing loan, car loan, personal loan. They can take more with the same EMI. Okay. Then on buyback of shares, now they are treating it as like a capital gain. Except for the promoter, it is additional 10%. For individual promoter, for corporates, it is 30%. Okay. Next, foreign asset disclosure. Suppose Rajesh Naik, now he is in abroad. He will come back for the good next year. Okay. After coming back, whatever foreign assets, if it is there, next IT return you have to declare. Being an NRI, you are exempted now. Resident Indian, they should declare. If they don't declare, so it will attract penalty. Now one time window has been given, 6-month window, where they can declare above 1 crore one rate, less than 20 lakhs one rate, like that they have given window. Next, updated return. Earlier, after the end of the financial year, you can file up to 31st December. And that December has been postponed up to 31st March. Earlier it was there. They brought back to December. Again they made 31st March. And salaried and trust. Salaried it is 31st July. Non-audit tax cases, tax audit cases and trust, it is 31st August. Okay. And if there is delay in filing the return, updated return they can do with the additional rates. Okay. Last year it is there, it has been continued. MAT changes. Which MAT? Not this MAT. Minimum alternative tax. That is for companies and partnership firms. 15%. Suppose taxable income, here it is, example is there. Suppose the company has book profit of 10 crore and taxable profit of 4 crore. Okay. Then how to pay tax? See, normally what happens, 25% of 4 crore. Book profit and normal, the taxable profit because of depreciation, other allowances, investment allowance and additional depreciation, all those things are there. Okay. Here, 25% of 4 crore means 1 crore is the tax. But you have to calculate on book profits also. 14% of, earlier it was 15% MAT, now they have reduced to 1% by 1%, 14%. 10 crore at 14% means 1.4 crore, whichever is higher. What you have to pay? 1 crore 40 lakhs. Okay. Earlier that you could have carried forward for 15 next assessment years and you could have set off with future tax liability. Now, old tax regime, if you are there, continuing, then not possible. And new tax regime also, if you go, whatever earlier accumulated MAT credit, that you can do 25% each year and you have to close. That is the thing. Custom duty changes, TDS threshold rationalization. This has been done last year itself, but still I want to just show you. Earlier rent, more than 20,000 if you pay rent, you should make TDS, person paying the rent, business. Now up to 50,000 per month or 6 lakhs per annum. Okay? No TDS is required. And senior citizens, 50,000 was there, then they increased to 1 lakh for TDS purposes. Then lot of other thing, insurance commission, then lot of other this is that. Now, latest one for business people, they should be very aware with effect from this year itself, 1/4/25, if you pay interest on capital and remuneration to partners, there also you have to make TDS. Otherwise, everybody will make tax planning at the end of the year. ಇಷ್ಟು ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ನರ್ ಸ್ಯಾಲ್ರಿ ತೋರಿಸುವ, ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ತೋರಿಸುವ, ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಕಟ್ಟುವ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು 12 lakhsವರೆಗೆ ಡಿಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಉಂಟಲ್ಲ, ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲಾನಿಂಗ್. ಬಟ್ ನೌ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡೂ, ಬಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ಡೂ TDS ವಿತ್ additional interest, you have to pay and file, delay in filing, again you have to pay the additional fees. Okay? This is new regime, tax law. It is very easy, up to 4 lakhs nil. Every 4 lakhs it will go 5% increase. Maximum 30 lakhs. But salaried people additional 75,000 is there. If you have income up to 12 lakhs, rebate is there. You need not have to pay even single rupee tax. If it increases 12 lakhs, marginal relief is there. Suppose the tax amount is more than the income amount, then tax amount is restricted to income amount. That is the beauty. Okay? Budget size, every year 5 to 6% there is increase. Here there is much more, nearly 10%, then 5 to 6%. Expenditure of major items, transport, that is road transport and other railway, everything. Then defense, rural development, home affairs, agriculture, education, energy, health, urban development. So, these are all the split. Trends in debt percentage of GDP I already explained. Then equity support for MSMEs. MSMEs, this budget has given lot of things. The fine prints are yet to come. 10,000 crores is earmarked for MSMEs. Then corporate mitras, this chartered accountant, cost accountants, company secretaries, they will act as corporate mitras in tier 2 and tier 3 cities to support MSMEs in lot of filing, compliances and other things. And trade receivable discounting scheme, there also credit guarantee coverage has been extended. Mother of all deals I have explained now. That is the beauty of that. Around 200 billion, lot of push will be there. Then father of all deals. Then bilateral trade, implementation, all these benefits, tariffs, and budgeted revenue receipts. This year, around 1.90 lakh crore increase. Capital receipts also around 1.90 lakh crore. Okay, revenue expenditure, effective capital expenditure. Effective capital expenditure means directly capital expenditure plus whatever schemes, if it is implemented for capex, that will be also added. Total transfer to states by the central, then which gets cheaper, which gets costlier, all these matters are there. Personal import, that is custom duty on personal imports, that is mobile and other gadgets, electronics, smartphones, laptop, tablets, watches, eyewear, branded cosmetics, fragrances, all reduced. Life-saving drugs, 17 life-saving drugs and 7 additional rare diseases, they are all exempted. Then export-linked food inputs, then marine seafood for import in order to export. You know, Andhra is producing 80% of the total production of shrimps. 35% of our marine exports from Andhra Pradesh alone. Karnataka, we should increase. Fisheries person is here. We have to do a lot of efforts. State government should take some additional efforts. And the sin goods, normally sin goods, they always increase rates. Okay? It is not sin to do the sin, but if you do sin, they will tax more. That's all. That is tax point of view. Okay? That is cigarette, pan masala, gutka, alcohol, bidi. Of course, coffee roasting, brewing and these machines, vending machines and all also increased. Okay. So, fertilizer inputs also increase. It may be because of you should not use artificial fertilizer. So, organic fertilizer you should use. That may be the reason. Then, infrastructure I already mentioned. Then, building towards Viksit Bharat, high-speed corridor rails, all these things you have heard, you have seen in the newspaper, freight corridor. This is beauty, another is 20 national waterways. See, waterway is the cheapest mode of transfer. Earlier, there used to be cruise from Mangalore to Goa, Mangalore to Bombay and all for traveling. Now it is not there. Instead of relying on flight, buses and all, train and all, you can go. That is the cheapest mode of transport. So they are exploring 20 new national waterways. That is the beauty of this. Then infrastructure risk guarantee fund. If the bankers if they fear to fund infrastructure, because collateral component is very less, whatever road means, road is the security. It's very difficult for them. In such cases, government will come to their rescue. Okay, risk guarantee fund. City economic regions. This is the one beauty is that here tier 2, tier 3 cities have been identified. They can float municipal bonds. It will be guaranteed by the government. If they issue more than 1,000 crores, one-time bonus of 100 crore will be given by the central government. It's a beauty so that all urban areas can develop on self-model instead of depending upon the grant, okay, of the government. Next, coastal cargo promotion scheme. Now coastal area, if they transport by water instead of truck or railway, lot of cost effectiveness. I told logistic cost. That is a matter of concern for export competitiveness. This can be reduced. Next, manufacturing push. Focus on high value manufacturing. PLI scheme 2 has been introduced. Production linked incentive scheme. Lot of employment generation. Turnover has been enhanced. These are the beauty of this. Earlier in budget when I analyzed before 2014, diesel rate itna ho gaya, petrol rate itna ho gaya. And that is, this is, capex, nothing was there. Even in 2014 budget, when NDA presented first, it was 2 lakh crore. Now almost it is 6 times increased, capex. Okay. Now advanced technology. Now AI is playing a vital role. India can play lead role in AI across the globe. Extension of PLI scheme, stronger supply chain, Atmanirbhar Bharat vision that produce in India more and more instead of importing. Tax reforms to boost manufacturing sector. So already told income tax rates have been reduced. GST 2 they were implemented. Export a lot of easy this that is initiatives they have introduced. Then semiconductors. So semiconductor is the most crucial thing now. Now if you produce semiconductor on our own here, our all vehicles, it will be very useful, and it can be the game changer if you produce Indian chip. Okay. Then Biopharma Shakti scheme, lot of life-saving drugs we are importing that can be manufactured here only, critical drugs. Then electronics manufacturing scheme, 40,000 crores. So India is becoming, overtaking China now in electronic hub. China means we can say now, adu China mal maraya anteli. So at least we can say, but there are very good quality goods are there in China also, but we may buy cheaper thing. That is different issue. So we are trying to export. Now after this America-India deal and European deal, all these goods can be exported to those countries. So rare earth and critical minerals for EV, defense, energy, clean energy and all, it is required. Now we used to mine and export, then we used to buy from China and all. Now we can do here only. These are all Atmanirbhar Bharat. And 3 chemical parks. Lot of chemicals. Here the problem is pollution control norms are very not so stringent. After this Bhopal tragedy, so it is very difficult. But now they have made on 3 dedicated chemical parks with allocation of 600 crore. So 1,000 acre land, they are making world class, like a cluster where all the facilities, pollution, everything, control, everything they will facilitate. As a plug and play, you can operate. It is a beauty. Lot of FDIs can come. Okay? Nodi ee riti hoge hodre hege alva. 200 legacy industrial clusters. Then lot of other initiative, national fiber scheme, textile now. It will be lot of employment generation under textile, handloom, handicraft, all these things. Next, scheme for women, Lakpati Didi, then 1 hostel in each district Then She Mart, all these things are there. That fine prints are yet to come. What is Lakpati Didi mean? They are not giving 1 lakh rupees in your hand. They make you to earn minimum 1 lakh. So a lot of initiatives they are doing. See, these are all the things. Revolving fund for self-help group, community investment fund, collateral fee loan. Now, yesterday, Reserve Bank of India monetary policy, earlier up to 10 lakhs loans for MSMEs, bankers were mandated to give loan without collateral security. That limit has been enhanced to 20 lakhs now. Okay. Education reforms, AVGC, that is animation, visual effect, gaming, comics, all our youth, they will get the job in this. 15,000 secondary schools, 500 colleges, they are all provided with facilities. National Institute of Design for textile sector to useful. 5 university townships, like an educational hub they are doing. In one township, many courses, many colleges they can start. In Dubai and all it is there in the same model. Girls hostel, financial sector reforms and municipal bond, I already told about this. And NBFCs also they are strengthening. TREDS platform I have told. FEMA, that they are simplifying. And PROI, that is persons resident outside India, they can invest. Earlier the cap was 10%, that has been enhanced to 24%. Healthcare sector, 1.5 lakh caregivers. Now Indian nurses, they are going abroad. They can be trained, medical treatment can be given. And like our AIMS hospital, Ayush 3 new Ayush institutes will be set up. Nimans 2, these are all the medical, they want to make medico-tourism. Because in India, doctors are very skilled. In abroad, one doctor may attend 5-6 patients a day. Here 50-60 patients also they attend. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಡಿಗೆ ಭಟ್ರು ಗುಂಬಳಕಾಯಿ ಕೊಚ್ಚಿದಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪರ್ಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. So expert there. So if they make it medical tourism, India is cheap that way. Many foreigners they will come. And tourism sector. See, tourism GDP is nearly 7.6% of GDP. It is providing, it can double if they make tourist guides and lot of initiative. If you go to abroad, anywhere, toilet and other things very clean. Here where it is. Very unfortunate. So even temple tourism, religious tourism, and it is now providing 9.54 crore job. If you invest properly in tourism, foreign tourists also come means, instead of we going to foreign countries and spending forex, we can gain forex. And our people also can go domestic travels. 10,000 tourist guide. Now it is a youth focused budget, Yuva Shakti driven budget. In India, 65% of people are below the age of 35 years. Our very youthful nation, we should avail the benefit of this demographic dividend. All these sectors, when they are invested, lot of employment generation will be there. Many people told nothing is there in the budget. Now you came to know what is there in the budget. Okay. So this budget is like long enough to cover the subject, short enough to raise curiosity. Okay. And there is a saying, ಅವರವರ ಭಾವಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರವರ ಬಕುತಿಗೆ ಅವರವನ ತೆರನಾಗಿ ಇರುತಿಯನು ಶಿವಯೋಗಿ, ಹರಿಯ ಭಕ್ತರಿಗೆ ಹರಿ, ಹರನ ಭಕ್ತರಿಗೆ ಹರ, ನರರೇನು ಕಾಣುವನು ಅದರಂತೆ ತೋರುವನು. So whatever we should go into the deep, then only we will understand. Here I have just, in nutshell, 1 hour I have done. Lot of fine things are there. Khelo India also lot of. Then Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, neighborhood countries, also we are making some outlay in the budget. So country wise also it is there. Bangla we have cut now. Instead of 120 crore, now it is reduced to 60 crore. Now agriculture and allied sector, sandalwood, encourage forestry, coconut, all these things, and 500 reservoirs. ನಮ್ಮ ಭೂಮಿಯ ಒಂದು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಇದು ತೇವಾಂಶ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ದಿ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಟರ್ಮ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಫಿಶಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಡನ್ ಇನ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ 500 reservoirs. Inland fisheries, carbon capture you already mentioned, and utilization of storage. So Chanakya Niti, another beautifully it is said how to collect taxes. Yatha alpa alpa grahitavyo varyako vatsada षट्पदाः तथा अल्प अल्प ग्रहीतव्यम राष्ट्रात् राज्ञाब्धिकः करः. The meaning is, a ruler should yatha alpa alpa grahitavyo varyako vatsa षट्पदाः. That means this dumbi, brahmaras, honeybees, they will collect little bit from each flower. Like that, tatha alpa alpa grahitavyam rashtrat rajnabdikaha karaha. That means king from the government, ruler should collect. Completed. So, there are lot of chutukus are there, but now it is not time. One my request, tomorrow because of very big function, I am not able to host that business tonic show tomorrow. That will be indirect taxes, somebody else is hosting. On 15th of February, in business tonic, our union budget will be experts. There we will extend the time also, it will be for 2 hours. All of you should watch and ask live questions. They will decode union budget there also. And if you have any doubt regarding this union budget, I have been doing this for the last more than 2 decades in various forums in Mangalore Productivity Council. This is the 12th consecutive time now. So I am doing this budget analysis. Hope I have given at least some words of wisdom to you. If it is wrong, you can correct me. If it is good, you can appreciate me. If still improvement is required, you can advise me. Thank you very much.
Comprehensive analysis of the Union Budget 2026. We truly appreciate you sharing your valuable knowledge with us.
Now I invite Dr. K. Rajesh Nayak, a multifaceted personality and distinguished academic leader who is a trainer in the College of Banking and Financial Studies, Oman, to deliver his presidential remarks.
Normally, a presidential remark follows the main speech. And it is said that presidential remarks are the most moving part of a function because everybody begins to move out as soon as the presidential speech begins. So I think that is being reflected today. Now, I would like to draw a parallel from Kannada cinema, where we have had several great directors, but one of them is known as Chitra Brahma. I am sure here the audience know whom I am referring to. Anybody would like to take a guess? Yes? Excellent. It's S.R. Puttanna Kanagal, who has given us immortal classics like Nagarahavu, Edakallu Guddada Mele, Belli Moda, Sharapanjara, Similarly, I can very confidently say that C.A.S.S. Naik can be equally described as Budget Brahma. Because for the last 12 years, he has been enlightening the elite audience here of MPC with his annual budget presentation. I had once made a flippant remark to him about 14 years ago, saying that why don't you become the Palkiwala of Mangalore? Because Nani Palkiwala, the former chairman of ACC and a renowned lawyer, some of you would remember that he had argued that famous Keshavananda Bharati case in the Supreme Court, which was where it was held that the fundamental rights cannot be abrogated. That case involved the Yednir Mutt also. So there he was in the habit of addressing the Bombay Club every year as soon as the budget came out, and that was a much awaited feature to listen to Nani Palkiwala expounding his wisdom on the budget. So I had flippantly made a remark to C.A.S.S. Naik, why don't you take the lead and become Palkiwala of Mangalore? I was really happy to note that he took my remark very seriously, and since then he has been, very eloquently highlighting the various features of the budget. Now, just to touch a couple of other points. Now, I will not try to take cold to Newcastle by again speaking on the budget, because already you have heard about it from the chief guest, from CASS Nayak, etc. One thing I would like to tell you is that even if India can achieve number 3 as far as the top economies are concerned, it will be very creditable. Now it's in number 4. I believe that we can cross Germany and rise to number 3. Now number 1 and number 2, it may be quite difficult to impossible, to put it frankly. USA, because it became independent in 1976 and it did not have to suffer nearly 300 years of rapacious British trespass. I do not call it British rule because they were unwanted intruders. So they were nothing but trespassers for 300 years. Okay. So USA did not have to face that. So they could prosper straight away over the 300 years. In fact, I remember Shashi Tharoor's remark when a British journalist asked him, why do you think India, which was so prosperous once upon a time, missed the bus after independence? So Shashi Tharoor had replied, you ask us why we missed the bus when you threw us under it. So US, it may be difficult to, and just the other day I was listening to somebody speak and he was telling, the British built so many beautiful buildings here like Victoria Terminus, and India has not built anything after independence. I think we would be glad if the British could return all the wealth that they looted from India. They can deduct small amounts towards the historic cost of all those buildings. So US stands first. Now China, it is said about communists, it holds good in any part of the world including India, that communists are more capitalistic in outlook than the capitalists themselves. And the same holds good for China also. Though it may profess to be communist in philosophy, it is fiercely capitalistic in approach. And one advantage China has over India is that there is no voice of dissent there. If somebody raises a note of dissent, not only that note will be silenced, that person may disappear from the public view. It happened to Jack Ma, of Alibaba Group. He was quite vocal up to some point of time, but then nowadays you never see Jack Ma in the public eye. So, given these advantages to these two countries, even if India can reach number 3, which I think is very highly likely, it will be still a very good achievement for the country. Last week I was in Delhi. I was an invited speaker for the World Forum of Accountants organized by ICI, which was attended by 10,000 delegates from over 50 countries. And I had the privilege of listening to the inaugural address by Piyush Goyal, who was the Minister for Commerce and Industry. So he was speaking about these treaties. Now one treaty which I would like to highlight is, now they've spoken about mother of all deals, which is European Union. They've spoken about father of all deals, which is with US. But before that, one more very important deal had taken place, but that was very silently done. It did not receive as much publicity as these two deals. On December 18th, 2025, Prime Minister Modi was in the Sultanate of Oman, where he has signed the Comprehensive Economic Protection Agreement, CEPA, with Oman, becoming only the second country after the USA to have a CEPA with Oman. Now, this agreement has created so many advantages for India that in fact a debate began there whether, this is one-sided, whether it's favoring India more than Oman. And my boss asked me in fact to give him a brief write-up so that he could present it on how it is a win-win situation. So this agreement is no less important because it opens the GCC markets to India, and once it is done with Oman, you can expect that it will follow with the other Gulf Cooperation Council countries. So in a nutshell, the budget, as CASS Nayak said, budget reveals the attractives but conceals the essentials. So in that sense, the budget is only a curtain raiser. There are many more exciting economic times to come. But one challenge for India will have to be that, as again CASS Nayak made a passing remark, the ease of business and the bureaucratic hurdles will have to be removed. I conclude by quoting again Chanakya. Now he quoted Chanakya when he said that how to extract taxes. I will give one more quotation of Chanakya. Of course, I will not give the Sanskrit original because unlike him, I am not proficient in Sanskrit. But Chanakya had also said, just like a fish swimming in an ocean can swallow drops of water without being noticed, it is highly possible that public servants entrusted with management of public money may also swallow a few drops without being noticed. Now the challenge before India as it prepares to go to the third position among the world's economies is how to minimize the drops of water that are drunk by these fishes. Now whether these fishes are whales or sharks, it is left to your imagination. But everybody knows that although the government has declared its resolve to make the fishes stop drinking water, still drinking water is still happening. So once that area is tackled, I think that will pave the way for progress. With this, I would like to conclude my presidential remarks. Thank you very much for a patient hearing.
Call upon our own Sri U. Ram Rao, President, Mangalore Productivity Council, to propose the vote of thanks for this evening.
Before that, I request Sri Govindra Prabhu to come over here and give a book to Sri S.S. Nayak. This is Abode of Love, about Narendra Modi. Very good. It's a prepared speech. No dignitaries here. Doesn't matter. They are all here. Here, sisters and brothers of Bangalore. When Swami Vivekananda at Chicago has said, sisters and brothers of America, there is a loud applause. For me, nothing. I will not repeat what is mentioned in the biodata about our chief guests. Sri S.S. Nayak is a friend, philosopher and guide to Mangalore productivity and also to me. Yes, yes, Y-E-S, Y-E-S. Nayak, whatever I request, he used to say, yes, I will do it. I became the president of Mangalore Productivity Council in September 2007. Since then, whenever we conduct a meeting, I will mention the number so that ನನಗೆ ಅದು ಫೈಲಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಈಸಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. This is the 105th meeting after I became the president. This institute was established in 1960. So ಶುರುವಿಂದ ನಂಬರ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ಸಾವಿರ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಗ್ತಿತ್ತು. On 16/2/2015, Sri S.S. Nayak came as a chief guest for the first time. Till now, for 22 times, he came as a chief guest, and mostly on the subject of union budget. On 2 or 3 ಕೆಲವು ಸತಿ ಬಜೆಟ್ ಒಂದೇ ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ 2-3 ಬಜೆಟು ಆಗಿದೆ, ಆವಾಗ ಕೂಡ ಅವರು ಬಂದಿದ್ದರು. On 2 or 3 times, he came to talk on how to save your money wisely. ನಾನು ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಕೇಳೋ ಸಂಘದ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷ ಕೂಡ, ಅದಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ ಅವರು 2-3 ಸತಿ ಚೀಫ್ ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದರು. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಸುಭಾಷಿತ ಮೌಲ್ಯಗಳು ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿದರು. In 2017, MPC has conducted one-day workshop on GST. More than 200 delegates, by paying delegate fee of 2,000 rupees, they have attended it. It is all done by Mr. S.S. only, with the help of S.S. Nayak only. In September 2025, MPC Rotary Coastal MSME Startup Conclave for 2025. This was also done because of Sri. He is the backbone of all these programs. More than 200 delegates attended by paying a delegate fee of 1,500. Mr. Manjunath B. Singh, one of the chief guests, I have not done any work. So Mr. Manjunath B. Singh was one of the chief guests for the Startup Conclave also. I have not done any work. All the work is done by Sri S.S. Nayak. In January 2026, Karnataka Bank Business Tonic 350th episode, under the guidance of S.S. Nayak, is the anchor. In each episode, there will be normally 2 chief guests. So 350 into 2, nearly 700 chief guests were there. He is not having professional jealousy on the vritti matsara. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬೇರೆ ಚಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಅಕೌಂಟೆಂಟ್ಸನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಅವರು ಈ ಅವರ ಯಾವುದು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಟಾನಿಕ್ಕಿಗೆ ಚೀಫ್ ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ರು. ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಟಾನಿಕ್ನಲ್ಲಿ GST, ಟ್ಯಾಕ್ಸ್, ಹೆಲ್ತ್, ಯೋಗ, ಅಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಇದು ಗಾದೆ ಉಂಟು, ಆಡು ಮುಟ್ಟದ ಸೊಪ್ಪಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲವ್ರನ್ನೂ ಇನ್ವೈಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡುವಾಗ SS ನಾಯಕರಿಗೆ ಕೂಡ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಆಳವಾದ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಉಂಟು. ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಮ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರು ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ, ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಚಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಅಕೌಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಅದರ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ವೃತ್ತಿ ಪ್ರವೃತ್ತಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ನನಗೆ ಒಂದು ನೆನಪಾಗೋದು ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿಯ ಶ್ರೀ ರಾಘವೇಂದ್ರ ರಾವ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಶ್ರೀ SS ನಾಯಕ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನನಗೆ ಭಾಳ ಸಂತೋಷ ಆಗ್ತಾಯಿದೆ. ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಗಾದೆ ಉಂಟು, ಜಾಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ಟ್ರೇಡ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ನನ್. ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ SS ನಾಯಕ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ, ಜಾಕ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ಟ್ರೇಡ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ಟ್ರೇಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಎಸ್, ಭಾರಿ ಖುಷಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಕೈ ತಟ್ಟುವಾಗ, ನನಗೆ ಖುಷಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಗಾದೆ ಉಂಟು, ಗಿವ್ ಎ ವರ್ಕ್ ಟು ಎ ಬ್ಯುಸಿ ಮ್ಯಾನ್, ದ ವರ್ಕ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಡನ್ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ಲಿ. ಗಿವ್ ಎ ವರ್ಕ್ ಟು ಎ ಲೇಸಿ ಮ್ಯಾನ್, ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ನೆವರ್ ಬಿ ಡನ್. ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು SS ನಾಯಕರಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಅದು ಖಂಡಿತವಾಗಿ ಇದಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಹೀ ಈಸ್ ಎ ವೆರಿ ಎಸ್ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಹೀ ಈಸ್ ಎ ವೆರಿ busy person on a Sundays also because of Karnataka Bank Business Tonic. When I go to his office, I do not require any appointment to go to his cabin. On seeing me, even though there are other visitors, he will welcome me with a smiling face. He will also introduce me to other visitors in his room. He is a devotee of Tirupati, Lord Srinivasa. All his family members will join in Deepavali Puja in his chamber. Have you seen Vijaya newspaper today? ಯಾರು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ? GSB ಸಮಾಜ ಹಿತರಕ್ಷಣಾ ವೇದಿಕೆ ಉಡುಪಿ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆ ವಯೋಬೃಂದನ ಆತಿಥ್ಯ ಗೃಹ ಭೂಮಿ ಪೂಜೆ ನಾಳೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಶ್ರೀ SS ನಾಯಕ್ ಅವರು ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರು, ವಿದ್ಯಾಪೋಷಕ ನಿಧಿ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ ವೇತನ. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಲೇಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಫೆದರ್ ಇನ್ ಶ್ರೀ SS ನಾಯಕ್ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಕೂಡ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅವರೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು, ನಾನೇನೂ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಇನ್ವಿಟೇಷನ್ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಅವರೇ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯೆಲ್ಲೋ ಕಲರ್, ನಾನು ಮುಂಚೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇವರು ಮಹಾಬಲೇಶ್ವರ್ ಬಂದರೆ ಗ್ರೀನ್ ಕಲರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ, ಅವರು ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರಲ್ ಗ್ರ್ಯಾಜುಯೇಟ್, ಇವರು ಯೆಲ್ಲೋ ಕಲರ್ಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ನಾನು ಕೂಡ ಇವತ್ತು ಯೆಲ್ಲೋ ಶರ್ಟ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಮೇಡಮ್ ಕೂಡ ಒಂದು ಯೆಲ್ಲೋ ಇದು ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೀರಿ. GSB ಇನ್ವಿಟೇಷನ್. ಸೊ ಇಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಡಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗಿದೆ, ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. MC ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ ಆಡಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ SS ನಾಯಕರಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ತಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಅವೇಷನ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಕೇಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಮಂಜುನಾಥ್ ಬಿ ಸಾಂಗೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಆದರೆ ಕೆಲವು ಕೆನರಾ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿನವ್ರು ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದನ್ನು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಪಾಸ್ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ನೆನೆಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ನನಗೆ ಈ ನಂಬರ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ನಲ್ಲ, ಅದ್ರ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಟರಿ ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲ್ ಇದ್ದು ನಂಬರ್ 83 ಶ್ರೀ B ಯೋಗೇಶ್ ಆಚಾರ್ಯ ಅವರು ಚೀಫ್ ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದರು. ನಮ್ಮದು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ 2022ನಲ್ಲಿ 2021ನಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಬರ್ಟ್ ಡಿಸಲ್ವಾ AGM ಕೆನರಾ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಚೀಫ್ ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದರು. 2021ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಗೈನ್ B ಶ್ರೀ ಯೋಗೀಶ್ ಆಚಾರ್ಯ ಚೀಫ್ ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಂದರು. 2020 ಅಗೈನ್ ಶ್ರೀ B ಯೋಗೀಶ್ ಆಚಾರ್ಯ ಚೀಫ್ ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಂದರು. ದೆನ್ 2019 ಯೋಗೀಶ್ ಆಚಾರ್ಯ ಚೀಫ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಂದರು. 2017 ಶ್ರೀ ದಿವಾಕರ್ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ DGM ಆಫ್ ಕೆನರಾ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ came as a chief guest. 2018 ಶ್ರೀಮತಿ CS ವಿಜಯಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಿ DGM came as a chief guest. 2017 ಶ್ರೀ ವಸಂತ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ AGM ಆಗಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು, ಚೀಫ್ ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು. ಶ್ರೀ 2017 ಶ್ರೀ GS ಹುಲಿಕಟ್ಟಿ ಚೀಫ್ ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು. 2016 ಶ್ರೀ KS ಬಾಲಚಂದ್ರರಾವ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೂ ಚೀಫ್ ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು. 2016 ಶ್ರೀ ಮುರಳೀಧರ ಜಿ ಶನ ಅವರು ಕೆನರಾ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿನವರಿದೆ, ಅವರು ಚೀಫ್ ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದರು. ಸೊ ಕೆನರಾ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿನವರು ಚೀಫ್ ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ 11 ಟೈಮ್ಸು ಅವರು ಬಂದಿದ್ದರು. ನಾನು ಬರೆದುದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಓದಿಬಿಡ್ತೇನೆ, ನೀವು ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು, ನನಗೇನು ತೊಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಇದ್ದವ್ರು ಇದ್ದರೆ ನನಗೆ ಸಾಕು. In all previous occasions, I went to Canara Bank Circle Office in person to invite the chief guest. Now I am using hearing aid. ನನಗೂ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದರಿಂದ ದಿಸ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಐ ಕುಡ್ ನಾಟ್ ಗೋ. ಈಗ ಮುಂಚೆ ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಸ್ಕೂಟರ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಸ್ಕೂಟರ್ನ ಮಾರಿ ಆಯಿತು, ಕಾರು ಬಿಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾನೀಗ ಬಿಡೋದು ರೈಲು ಮಾತ್ರ. ಸೊ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಫಾರ್, ಸೊ ಅವರ ಜನರಲ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸರಿಂಗ್ ಟುಡೇಸ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್. ಹಿ ಕೇಮ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಚೀಫ್ ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ MPC Rotary Coastal MSc also. Canara Bank, Karnataka Bank took birth in the same street in Dongarkere, same street took birth. So Vijayawani advertisement dated 30th January 2000. Canara Bank's turnover is, ಅದು ಕೂಡ ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಕಾಪಿ ಉಂಟು. ಕೆನರಾ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಟರ್ನೋವರ್ ₹27,13,000 crores, 27-13 ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ 10 zeros ಇದು ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕೂಡ ನಾನು ಮ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ ಕೌನ್ಸಿಲ್ ವತಿಯಿಂದ ನಾನು ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ರಾಜೇಶ್ ನಾಯಕ್ ಅವರ ತಂದೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ, ಇನ್ವಿಟೇಷನ್ ಇಲ್ದಿದ್ದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾನು ಮಾತಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ. ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ರಾಜೇಶ್ ನಾಯಕ್ ಅವರ ತಂದೆ ಪುಂಡಲೀಕ ನಾಯಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫಾದರ್? ಎಸ್. ಅವರು ಮೆಲಡಿ ಹೌಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹಂಪನಕಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿತ್ತು, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಕ್ಯಾಸೆಟ್ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ರು. ಸೊ ರಾಜೇಶ್ ನಾಯಕ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಕ್ಯಾರಿಯರ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ನಲ್ಲಿ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಚೀಫ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದರು, ಮತ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬಾಂಬೆಗೆ ಹೋದರು, ಮತ್ತು ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಫಾರಿನಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಿಬಿಟ್ರು. ಆವಾಗ ಅವರು PRSI ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಲಬ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ರಿಲೇಷನ್ ಸೊಸೈಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಅಂತ. ನಾನು ರಾಜೇಶ್ ನಾಯಕ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ, ನೀವು ಪುನಃ ಇಂಡಿಯಾಗೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬಂದರೆ ಈ ಕ್ಲಬ್ಬನ್ನು ಸರಿ ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತೇಳಿ. ಸೊ ರಾಜೇಶ್ ನಾಯಕ್ ಕೇಮ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಇಯರ್ 2015 ಟು Bangalore Productivity Council as chief guest, and twice in 2016, once in 2018, and again once in 2019. ಸೊ ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಸೊ ಐ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಶ್ರೀ ರಾಜೇಶ್ ನಾಯಕ್ ಫಾರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೈಡಿಂಗ್ ಅವರ್ ಟುಡೇಸ್ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ, ನೀವು ಇಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀರಿ, ಬಂದವರಿಗೂ, ಲೇಟಾಗಿ ಬಂದವರಿಗೂ, ಬೇಗ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದವರಿಗೂ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ನಾನು ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ತಿಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಮತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ಕೂಡಲ TV ಅವರು ಅದನ್ನು ಫುಲ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಕವರೇಜ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಅವ್ರನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಾನು ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಇಲ್ಲಿ 3 ಜನ MC ಆಗಿ ಇದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರೆಲ್ಲ ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಇವರಿಗೆ ಕೂಡ. ಮತ್ತು ಕುಮಾರಿ ಉರ್ವಿ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ತುಂಬ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ನನಗೆ ಪಕ್ಕ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಹಾಗೆ ಇದಾದರೂ ಕೂಡ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಅಂತ ಉಂಟಾ?